In this video, we're going to do a little harder problem here with modular arithmetic. All right, so our question here is, what is 19 squared plus 20 to the fourth times 11 to the third mod 9? Now, we noticed before in the previous example that we can mod from 0, mod 9 would be 0 through 8. Those are the possible answers. What also we didn't mention then was if we work backwards, all right, we start working backwards, 0, we can go at 0, we have -1, -2 this way. From to the left, I'll be -8. -9 is back to 0 in a sense. So if I was to really write 8 in mod 9, I can write it as also -1, and sometimes that will help us. Now our final answer has to be one of these numbers up here, but sometimes in the example here coming up, it's going to help us and benefit us to deal with these negative numbers, okay, to maybe help finish a problem quicker, okay? So 1 and -8 are equivalent in mod 9. Now again, the final answer, so if I somehow had a negative number 8, I can write it as 1, but sometimes it's easier to go back for a little bit. So we know that 19 squared is the same thing as writing 9 plus 9 plus 1, and we're squaring that. And then 20, again, is 9 plus 9 plus 2 to the fourth times 11, which is 9 plus 2. Okay? Now when I do my modding step, I get 0 plus 0 plus 1 squared plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 to the fourth times 0 plus 2 to the third. Okay. Now the zeros, again, the reason why we're choosing 9 is trying to find 9 is because we know 9 is equivalent to 0 and mod 9, and we're just canceling all that stuff out. It's easiest to do with zeros. So now we have 1 squared plus 2 to the fourth times 2 to the third. Okay. Well, 1 squared we know is just 1. And then what I'm going to do is actually separate this up, this part here to the fourth, and write it as 2 times 2 to the third times 2 to the third. When what that does, it allows me to write 2 to the third as 8 times 8. Okay. Now, of course, you can do 8 times 8 being 64, 8 times it by 2, and then mod it from there. What I'm going to show you here is how we can make this actually negative. So if I mod this directly from what it is, 1 and 2, I'm going to leave the same. They're equivalent to themselves in mod 9. But 8 is equivalent to -1 in mod 9. Like so. And so what we have here is actually -1 times the -1, which comes out to be +1. We times that by 2. And we get 1 plus 2. And our answer is 3. And so our final answer here for 19 squared plus 20 to the fourth times 11 to the third mod 9 is equivalent to 3 mod 9. Our final statement here. Okay, so what we're doing here, the main difference in this video from the previous one is that when I deal with an 8, I can deal with that negative, make it -1. If I had 7, I could write it as -2. If I had 6, I can write it as -3, 5, -4, etc. But there are ways to write it that sometimes it is easier to deal with the negatives if you can do that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe right down below. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Have a good day.